Sometimes games toy and play with my guilty pleasure side, and even though the game has problems and issues, I still very much enjoy what it has to offer, and Broken Pipe is one of those games. It takes what's normally a 2D puzzle game, where you've got lots of pipes or spaghetti junctioning around each other, and you have to connect them all together from beginning to end to make them live, but it puts it into a 3D environment that you can wander around and choose which puzzles you want to solve. There are 29 puzzles across the entire game, and they're kind of linked into zones as you wander as a robot around this futuristic plaza. You'll start off with some very basic things about picking up and dropping in various connectors between different coloured pipes, trying to get the battery to the end generator goal. And then over the course of time, 2 different colours becomes 3, becomes 4. You'll have wires that don't necessarily bend, they'll cross over on each other. And you'll have specific directional wires that you'll need to follow yourselves around on. And I've seen all of this done before elsewhere in other games, but largely they've all been in a 2D plane. What was interesting for me around Broken Pipe was that it was trying to put it into a 3D world and adding an open world style experience to it. It was really odd and interesting, and it kept me amused because as you solved puzzles, more of the world changed and moved around you and became more alive. And I think that as a gaming concept and a reward package for you playing the game is a really interesting and good thing to do. The puzzles themselves weren't too difficult. I was able to solve them without too much help, and that says a lot for me with a puzzle game. I love puzzle games, but I'm terrible at them. So the difficulty curve for this is quite low. There's loads of hidden collectibles around the worlds too that you collect to then unlock additional mini-games. The mini-games are atrocious, but there are trophies and achievements attached to them, so you do have to play them for a few minutes each to then actually get the platinum itself. And those collectibles, even though they are tied to opening up new locations by solving the puzzles, if you're being really cheeky and you don't want to play the full game and you're after the platinum, you can actually skip half the game pretty much and just go for all the collectibles and then the mini games and complete it all and go la 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 and you're fine. But the actual puzzles themselves are well thought out. They do change up things constantly, and if you get sick or stuck of one puzzle, you can wander off and solve something else across the other side of the street. And that's just an interesting way to go puzzling for me, and very open-ended and very user-friendly, actually, in a way of enabling people to skip and come back to various puzzles and not feel hemmed in by it. So yeah, the movement here is a bit clunky. There are some issues with controls. The mini-games are atrocious, but oddly, I still enjoyed myself. So better than the sum of its parts. Definitely a reviewer tilt here in the score. But hey, everyone's got a guilty pleasure once in a while, and this one is definitely one for me.